And now we're starting mission 9, New Strength. We're going to use our new strength to open the door. I'm not sure what this new strength is at. Oh wait, I think I remember. I think we pick up a new weapon in this episode. Or in this mission, more specifically. And might as well show off the grenade gun a little bit. So, I am recording this the day it is supposed to go up. I just uploaded episode 13 of Shizune's Arc, so that's a reference as to when I'm recording this. I'm going to need a Wheel of Destiny for that, and the bridge goes up, so we cannot go back now. So we're now stuck over here until we find some Wheel of Destiny. What if that's like the Wheel of Morality? Destiny awaits, somewhere deep in the Colosseum. Wonder what that means. But like I said, we will be picking up another weapon in this mission. That is gonna be my goal is for this to be the main weapon that I'm gonna use in this game. And for those of you who know the stream memes of mine, then you will know exactly why. And here's a new enemy type that I don't remember the name of, actually. We'll just say they're lizard men. Using the grenade gun's a nice option. It seems that they're quote-unquote weak against explosive damage or blunt damage, as you'll find out at a later time. Gonna need to check that over. I sure hope I don't have to edit that out, because there's something in the background that's making noise that under normal circumstances would have picked up on the audio, but I forgot how not sensitive this mic is, so maybe we're in the clear. Maybe we're in the clear. But with that out of the way, what was I just talking about 5 seconds ago? Or 10 seconds, or 15 or 20 seconds ago. However long ago it was. Something about the lizard man. Oh, probably the fact that they seem to be weak to explosive damage and blunt damage. Though you wouldn't know that side of the coin just yet. But yeah. A good strategy for fighting them is... Then again, probably if Alistair was stronger, then I might do better. But we're not going to be focusing on Alistair for this playthrough, because there's a certain weapon that is much more fun to use if you use it in conjunction with all the stream memes that I have. Then again, if you haven't watched any of my streams, then you wouldn't know what this particular meme is. But there is a certain somebody who I know will be watching this at some point, and they will understand it as soon as they see what it is, if they don't already know what it is. So, the mission start screen kind of hints as to where this weapon is. If this room looks familiar, or you've seen part of this before, it's because the weapon is in here, and you're about to see where it actually is. Or something like that. So now from here, we just have to jump across these platforms. Now, as you can see, there's a center platform there that seems to have something on it. Though you can't see that at the moment. There. Some glowing thing up there. That is our weapon we are looking for, as I missed the jump. Glorious. Just glorious. So what has been happening in my life? Not much. Midterms are actually next week, so that should be fun. I'm not worried about any of them, because I went over... Wait. His name is Ifrit. The fool who awakens me shall pay dearly with the fires of hell, I guess. Oh yeah, we do. Flaming gloves. So, as an alternative to Alistor, you now have a different fighting style through Ifrit. This is a fighting style that doesn't show up that much in Devil May Cry. At certain moments, Dante will be able to actually punch and kick his enemies. In DMC1, as you can tell, one of his fighting styles... Oh, he's only really got two fighting styles. One's with a blade, two's with Ifrit. You're going to see me using a lot of Ifrit in this game, because fire. But in the other DMC games, you don't see a lot of it because, with the exception of 4, I believe, the only time that you would be able to use that is if you aren't carrying your blade at the moment.
The son of Sparta challenges the darkness workers.
Block off, Featherface, or you can stick around and find out the hard way.
Alright, real quick, this is the next boss, Griffin. And I don't think I'm going to try and fight him here, because he's kind of a tricky boss. In certain instances. If you know a good way of fighting him, then you're kind of in the clear. At this point, I didn't really have a set way of fighting him, so my plan was just get away from him. Though I think he kills me before I really decide on that. But this is the first time that you'll run into Griffin, and it's completely optional. The other 2 times you see him are not optional. Hope I don't have to cut that out. So, as I was saying, with the exceptions of 1 and 4, well, in 2 and 3, there is no dedicated actual punching weapon, where there is one in DMC1, as you can tell, because we just recently picked it up. And there's also one in Devil May Cry 4. One does not exist in 2 or 3. So, the only way for you to be able to do that would be to use a certain move that Dante has called Round Trip. At least I think that's what it's called. Pretty sure it's called Round Trip. The way that works, and you usually have to buy it before you can actually use it. And in fact, I think Dante even has that ability in this game. I just don't think I ever buy it. But what he basically does is he throws his sword away, and then until you call it back or run into it, you're down to basically how he fights with Ifrit. Though I would imagine that it's weaker. Though that would allow you to mix up your fighting style if you run into something that requires more blunt force than slash force. I remember doing that once or twice in DMC3 for sure. I do not actually recall if there is a move like that in 2, because 2 is kind of wonky. I know it's in 3. I know that for a fact. But, what else? So, as Ifrit is a fire weapon, we're obviously going to be pouring as much as we can into Ifrit, because it is fire. And the way that you were to open this door is just hit the other side with Ifrit. And now we can go through. So we don't have to fight Griffin. And out here, I believe we meet a new enemy. Wait, maybe not. Maybe not. I actually don't recall. Maybe we do. And so you see we have marionettes, and there's a different enemy behind them. Now, neglect this if we've already seen this enemy, but I have a feeling we haven't. So, this is an enemy you're not going to see if you're playing on easy, as I do not recall seeing them on easy. Yeah. This is something you only see on normal and above, as far as I know. So, along with the marionettes, there is this enemy, which has fire, that is called a fetish. No, not like that. I find that using Ifrit is not a bad strategy, as soon as you have Ifrit, you have that fire kick that he has, which can be used to drive them to the ground and is very nice. And is useful in certain circumstances. Depends on how you want to combo, but that fire kick does come in handy for quite a few things. In fact, and I guess this would be a slight spoiler, but if you want to fight Nello with it, because we are going to see Nello again, because he is a boss, I believe using that fire kick, or really spamming that fire kick, makes it a little easier to hit him, as eventually he will not block it. So we've got Magma Drive. This is an uppercut that I don't remember how to use in this episode. There's also Kick 13, Rolling Blaze, Meteor, and Inferno. I believe Meteor and Inferno... Actually, wait. I know Meteor's only in Devil Trigger. Inferno might be whenever you feel like it. But it's an expensive move. But it's a decent move. Has not much range, but if you could go into a large group of enemies and use Inferno, it's not bad. But if you are familiar with Devil May Cry games, you know that if you hold the R1 button, which is basically your lock-on button, which is the only thing that enables me to shoot in this game, if you hit forward and your attack button, you have a certain attack that you do there. If you hit back and your attack button, there's another different attack you can do. Now, I figure, since Magma Drive is an uppercut, that you would hit forward. This is not true. To perform Magma Drive, you have to hold R1, hit back on the analog stick, and hit your attack button, which is triangle. And then you will do an uppercut. And I believe... I don't recall if you actually can purchase higher levels of it, but if you can, then he would go farther before doing the uppercut, therefore giving you more range. Kick 13, if you couldn't figure it out, is your forward R1 and triangle move, where he dashes forward with a fiery kick. It's a good move. Useful for closing distances. If you don't want to use the aerial fire kick, you can use Kick 13 instead. Rolling Blaze... Rolling Blaze is a kind of strange move, as it's kind of an attacking move, kind of not an attacking move, and makes a certain secret mission we'll be showing off kind of difficult to do with Ifrit. So we'd be switching back to Alistair for that, but that's more spoilers. But I think we'll save what Rolling Blaze is for when we actually buy it. And with that, doorway completed, we are done with mission 9. So, didn't get much done in this episode, because it was kind of a long mission. But I think the next episode might have 1 or 2 more. So, until the next episode, stay tuned for missions possibly 10 and 11 in the next episode. And after saving, I will see you guys in that next episode. So until then, beware fire. Just be awesome at everything. And I think I'm going to go play some Warframe.